Time to tell you what the world has been talking about. And more than 20 people have lost their lives in Burundi. This follows protest against the president's attempt to run for a third term in office. More than 50,000 Burundians have fled the violence to neighboring nations in recent weeks. That's what the world is talking about.
What started as street protests against the third-term bid of President Pierre Nkurunziza is threatening to spiral out of control. This follows an attempted coup by some army and police generals on Wednesday in the landlocked African nation. The attempted coup was announced when President Nkurunziza traveled to Tanzania. There was a gun battle between soldiers and police loyal to the president and supporters of the coup in the capital, Bujumbura. The news of the attempted coup sparked wild jubilation on the streets of the capital and elsewhere. The celebrations were, however, cut short when loyalists of the president dismissed the news as a joke, insisting the president was still in charge. 2 army generals and the police general have been arrested, with Major General Godefroid Niambari, who led the attempted coup, still on the run. Critics of the president say his bid for a third term violates the constitution, which allows presidents to run for only 2 5-year terms and goes against the 2006 peace deal that ended the 13-year civil war.
It does have dire consequences for Africa. It's a very unfortunate situation. I mean, good leadership would have known that the people don't want this. And Burundi is coming from a bruised past. They've gone through war, they've gone through civil war, they know, the man knows the history, and a good leader would want to build upon the past for a better future. So if your presence and your continued presence on the presidency is going to bring some kind of instability, the best is to find a way to retract. There is a tendency in Africa of late to see, especially the French-speaking countries, trying to change the terms of office. Abdoulaye Wade tried it, and you could see it. It's a 5-year term. They say, oh, the French system is 7 years, let's go for it. Then I'm eligible for it again. Then Compaoré tried it, several other places, you know, and Burundi is one of them. And I do not think what is happening is very fair to the people of Burundi.
On May 5th, Burundi's constitutional court said Nkurunziza was allowed to run for a third term. According to its ruling, his first term did not count as he was elected by parliament and not directly by the people.
The president has been ruling for 10 years, so why wouldn't he just step down for someone with fresh ideas to come up and then rule the nation so that at least it can move up in its economic level?
I don't like it because it's discriminating to other people, but I mean, it might not be what the people want, but we don't always get what we want. If allowing him to go for a third term would prevent people from dying and all the fighting, I think they should just go along with it, like the Equatorial Guineans have done, and there'll be peace.
Yeah, it's a good idea because if he has been able to sustain the country for 2 terms, then he should be able to do it again.
If it's going to benefit the people, why not?
I don't think it's fair to other people who might want to contest, because I believe that he might, once he has made up his mind to contest, he'll try and obviously influence the election so that he'll win. I don't think he's allowing the others to exercise their constitutional right to run for the presidency.
However, the court's vice president fled the country after refusing to sign the judgment, claiming the judges had been threatened. So what do young people make of the attempted coup?
I think it's a good idea because the president is trying to amend the laws which might not favor the people, and the coup will bring the laws back that will favor that will be in favor of the people.
I think it's a bad idea since it brings a lot of violence and death.
I don't agree with it. A coup should never be the option. A coup is more or less a bloodbath. Too many people die. 20 good lives have been lost, and it's never the best option.
It's not a good idea because there's going to be bloodshed. People are going to die, so I don't agree with the coup.
I think it's unnecessary because it will lead to bloodshed, and the country is the second poorest in the world. So I believe the coup will just worsen their woes, so it should be completely avoided.
Calm has returned to Burundi's capital, Bujumbura, after soldiers loyal to the president took control of affairs.